What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back. Here we are. What are we, week 9, man? Happy birthday, Uncle Felix, man. He won't be joining us today. Maybe we could chop it up with him tomorrow morning. But what's going on, man? You already know Coach Delawrence today going to be coming on from Tolman. Tolman in the playoff, big game against Classical tomorrow, man. What's going on, everybody, man? I always got to thank the people that help make this all possible, man. Big shout out to my guys over there at Voice Sports down there in Maryland in the DMV. Big shout out to the Citrus Spartans football community. Appreciate your support. You're looking to buy a house, you already know. Give Mark Wright a call, Presidential Award winner, man. Big games going on tomorrow, man. Big games. St. Ray's, Westerly, all the games you can pick up over on Fans Only Sports. Salute to Fans Only Sports Network doing their thing. Classical and Tolman game is going to be lit. A lot of good games, man. Central night. Shout out Coach Washington. Coach Ferraro doing his thing up there at Burrowville. That's going to be a lit game. You can check that game out as well. And I think going on right now is actually Shea Cranston West game, so we're definitely gonna have to check that out, man. What's going on, everybody, man? Salute. Uncle Felix not gonna be with us today, man. Uncle Felix is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Uncle Felix, man. Big game. And don't forget, after the game tomorrow, Coach Stanley Dunbar will be on the line with us like he is every week after every Westerly Bulldog football game, man. Big shout out to 401 Strength and Fitness, man. What's going on, everybody? You guys ready? There's a game going on right now, I believe. Shea High School, salute to. Am I in this? Okay, all right. I just want to make sure everything was good. Salute to Mike Murray over there doing his thing at Shea, man. But Uncle Felix is not with us today. But we're going to wait for Coach Delawrence to come on in the building. Coach Delawrence doing his thing over there at Tolman. Tolman's been in the playoffs with the last 4 years. Oh, let me get this down. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow. We're going to have Stanley Dunbar after the game, as well as other coaches, man. Big shout out to Tolman football doing their thing tomorrow versus Classical. Gonna be a lit matchup. Marquis Buchanan pulling up big yards. Classical, big yards. You look at Classical's stats numbers, like they pulled away from everybody in the stat column, man. But it's gonna be lit. A lot of great games going on, man. But I'm gonna try to do Uncle Felix's top 3. Not sure how much success I am gonna have at it, but just bear with me. I am so far behind today. But give me 1 second to bring Uncle Felix's Instagram page up in the building. Let's see, we should have it now. There we are. Let me put this back up there so I can get it all set up. But salute to Felix, man. All the work Felix puts into this, man. But look at this. We're going to show the big birthday cake actually right here. Everybody say happy birthday to Uncle Felix doing his thing. Look at that. He had like an Oreo cake, man. That is what's up. His mother-in-law actually is having a birthday party for Uncle Felix today. So salute to Uncle Felix and everything he has going on over there. Look at that. He just passed 1,200 followers. Big shout out to Uncle Felix, man. But let's get up in here. Uncle Felix's top quarterbacks, man. We're going to go over Uncle Felix's top quarterbacks right now. There we are. Of course, it's the big dog over there at LaSalle Academy doing his thing. Dean has been lighting it up on that field all season long. I remember Dean coming out of youth football in Johnson his first year going into Hendricken. I think they made the right choice bringing him over to Sal. Jalen Dennis, someone else that is no stranger for being in the top of the mix as far as high school football quarterbacks, man. Over there at Classical High School, putting up big, big numbers, man. They're going to be playing Tolman tomorrow. In a second, I had to get my other computer on. And then Narragansett, no surprise, another team to be on the list. Look, LaSalle, Classical, Narragansett, three teams that have been throwing the ball well all season. So salute to Uncle Felix. What Felix does in his Rhode Island ranked top 3 is pretty lit. But yeah, it is what it is, man. We here is going to be some great, great playoff football going on. Classical Tolman game. You know what? We ain't going to keep you waiting any longer. We're going to bring the coach in right now. Let me get this down. Coach, welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
All right. Another year in the playoffs. What does this make? 4 years in a row for Tolman?
4 years in a row, man. The boys have been playing well.
No, they really have. I was watching you all season long, and it seems like you just needed that little bit through the season. Some of these games, you guys were very, very tough all season long. I watched you at Westerly. That first quarter was very, very competitive, and you got some big boys over there.
Yeah, I'm lucky to have some good size this year, man. And you're right. In the beginning of the year, I was just really looking for a quarterback, and once I settled on my big man Aaron, we really started clicking and flowing together.
Yeah, it takes a few weeks to get that, and then by then the season's like already in the meat and potatoes part of the schedule. A lot of good teams coming in. Teams are starting to get their flow, and you picked up your flow kind of at the right time at the end of the season. Rogers game, the Mount Hope game, and then I picked you to beat Mount Pleasant. Everybody said I was crazy, and I said I don't know, man. Tolman, I watched you guys play up in Westerly, and that kind of like I really after that game I knew you guys were going to beat it at the end of the season.
Well, thanks, Coach. And we were lucky. We had 4 tough games in a row, which unfortunately we lost all 4, but we was in every game. And the boys never stopped believing, and we was just, like you said, able to find our right stride at the end of the year. And, luckily the extra playoff spot was added, and we're taking full advantage of it.
Now, you've been a Tolman guy since you left URI, right? You came from Windsor, Connecticut, not too far away. You was a great high school footballer up there in Connecticut. You go to URI, and you had a good season at URI, and you never looked back. Rhode Island, your home.
Yeah, I'm from Windsor, Connecticut. Came to school at URI. I met my family up here, all my good friends and everything, and I just stayed. And I started coaching at Tolman when I think I was 23, maybe 24. I was there for 10 years, and I was lucky to coach for another 6 years. For another 4 years at Classical, and then I came back as the Tolman head coach.
Yeah, you went to, you brought a couple of coaches back with you from Classical as well, right? When you got the Tolman job.
Yeah, Coach Ron Thomas. He was there at Classical with me, and he became my defensive coordinator. He was he worked with the wide receivers over at Classical, so I brought him back with me.
Nice. Now you was one of the first people that Dave Cato hired, if I'm not mistaken, right? When Dave Cato was doing his thing.
Yeah, I was. Well, it was pure Rhode Island reasoning why Cato hired me. I went to school with LeJon Jones. He played football with me at URI, and LeJon actually married Cato's cousin. And he reached out and said, "Hey, do you know this person, Jason Delawrence?" LeJon gave me a great recommendation, and the rest is history.
It's funny how them things work, and then so you go to Classical and you stay there for a couple of years, but the Tolman love just brought you right back, head coach. There you go.
Yeah, I love Pawtucket football, man. Pawtucket is one of the best football places in Rhode Island. Between Shea, St. Ray's, us, there's a lot of good football in Pawtucket.
In the public schools of Pawtucket, this is something I've been talking about with Coach Murray a lot. Should Pawtucket have one football school? I know it'll kind of with the Shea Tolman thing, but is They got similar demographics to East Providence. Would Pawtucket be better suited with one football high school?
Well, I'm hearing rumors that there may be one high school in Pawtucket in the future. So if Pawtucket has one town, it'll be similar of EP. It will be a dynamo.
Oh yeah, I mean, put you D1 everything, and I think the Pawtucket boys would show up and ball out.
Oh, absolutely. We'll be a tough out. We'll be able to compete with everybody.
So classical big game is going to be on fans only sports. You could tell your people that they can watch the game. Ronnie Roberts is going to host it. You excited about the matchup with Coach McCall? Yeah, I like what Classical's doing. Marcus Buchanan, everybody. I mean, he's been a household name all season. If you follow Pawtucket, if you follow Rhode Island sports, so Classical really has been balling out. You know, one second, let me fix this, man. So let's talk about some of your players on your team. Everybody knows the D Ward. He's one of the kids that everybody hears his name. Give us some other kids that might be graduating this year, maybe going on to college, doing their Tolman Pride thing.
Well, I got Elijah Osei, who's really my do everything guy. He's probably played every position other than the line on my team. He can run, he can catch. He's the captain of my defense, the back end. He gets everybody in the right place. Then I have Aaron Carrion, who's the one, he actually broke his ankle in the spring season. And for him to come back for this season, he's still not at 100%, but he's doing everything he can do to keep us winning. So those are two main kids on my team. Then, of course, like you said, Devin Ward, the big boy, is on my right side. He just anchors everything on the line, D line. And then I have another lineman called Ali Kabli, and that boy is strong. He's probably the strongest kid on my team. He's benching over 400 easily, and he's a strong guy too.
Is he got what, 70, 74 or 67? I
74.
know.
You had it right. He's 74.
All right, yeah. I mean, and I only remember from the again, I'll go back to the Westerly game, when I was on the sideline, I was like, look at the size of these Tolman boys. They are big. And Stanley Dunbar said nobody has been able to handle Tolman for 4 quarters all season. You guys were right there in a lot of games.
We were, and we just couldn't score points early, Every game at halftime, it was 7-6, 14-7, either us up or they're up, and we just wasn't able to score enough points because, like you said, I was looking for a quarterback. But now that I have a quarterback, we're able to score points with other teams, and my defense keeps me in every game, and they're excited now. Now they're like, okay, offense is going to score some points, and now they're excited.
I always shout out the scout programs because without these kids on the scout team, any scout players that you want to mention, because scout players really ever get the recognition. They don't really get a lot of credibility. Nobody sees them.
No, I got a kid named Joey DeCruz. He's been basically trying to be Marquis to the best of his ability, Marquis Buchanan this week, and he's been giving everything he can give, and the kids have been all over him, making sure they're able to do what they need to do, and he's been really doing a great job. So he's probably been my scout team player of the week.
To mirror someone like Marcus Buchanan, like the Moses Muse. And I read an article, your kid went to kindergarten with Moses, right? And
yeah,
you were talking about, like, look at the size of this kid.
It was funny, right? My son was coming out of kindergarten class, and he was talking to Moses. And I was like, hey, what you talking to, a fourth grader? My son's name, Josan. And he was like, nah, Dad, that's Moses. He's in my class. And I was like, holy cow. He was big back then.
So what's that, big boy want to smoke with you? He's a kindergarten. Yeah, Moses, salute to him. But when you go back to your scout team, trying to imitate Marcus Buchanan, it's not easy. That's a big pair of shoes to fill. Marcus is a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, there's nothing Marquise can't do on the field. He's explosive. He can catch. He can run. He can throw. He if he's not the best player in the state, he's right there with them.
It's going to be a great, great game, Coach. Man, anybody that wants to find the Tolman game, you can find it on Fans Only Sports. It's going to be on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. Ronnie Roberts does a great things. You can pass that on to your audience if they want to watch the game. So what's next for Tolman football? After of course, you want to get over the classical game, but you know, what do you see in the future over there?
Well, like I said, I hope we're able to make the big dance this week, and if we unfortunately don't, then we got to get ready for Shea, because that's still a huge rivalry in the state. It's a respectful rivalry. Coach Camp is one of my mentors. I respect him so much. He's been at Shea forever. He still helps and guides me through all the the stuff that goes on in Pawtucket. So it's always a respectful rivalry between me and him, and I just respect what he's done over there at Shea.
Coach Camp, Coach Murray, Coach Torres, they do a great, great job over there. Can't say enough about Coach Murray, and his heart and dedication that he puts into football in Pawtucket.
They do a great job, and plus, me and Coach Murray both like the Eagles, so we talk about that a lot together.
Philadelphia pride, man. I salute a lot of you guys that come from out of state and make Rhode Island your home. Coach he's one of them. Coach Mike, yourself. A lot of guys seem to come here and just make this a home, and I think we have a great football culture in Rhode Island. We just need to figure out a couple wrinkles, and I think we can. We have a great class. 2023 is exceptional next season. The raw talent we have, and we just need to push these athletes forward.
There's so much talent in this state. It kind of reminds me of Connecticut in the 90s when I graduated. There was so much talent, but no one really knew about it. And now people tap into Connecticut. And I think Rhode Island's at the same area. Like, there's so much talent in this state. And now we got people like Truss and Quiddy leaving the state and really blowing it up. And I think it's going to continue happening.
The big guy, man, Xavier Truss, doing his thing. Quiddy Pay, and other Rhode Island people throughout sports. You got Liam Cohen up there in Kentucky, coaching well at Kentucky. Yep. I think there's another coordinator from Rhode Island and in Kentucky with Liam. But we have a lot of Rhode Island great. What Ryan McCormick's doing, I can't say enough about my guy Ryan. I don't know if there's another recruiter that recruits as hard as he does. And look, they're number 6 in New England right now, 18 in the East, and they win this next game. They're in a bowl game.
Good. I didn't know that, but I know Ryan I see Ryan at games I'm at. He's at my game. Ryan's everywhere.
Yo, Ryan, I asked him, do you have a teleport? Because how are you at all these football games? And, yes. Coach Edwards, great guy. And he says Ryan is pretty much his mentor and his go-to guy. And that coming from Coach Edwards, that speaks highly about Coach McCormick.
Yep. No, he does a great job. He must have a real understanding wife because he's everywhere.
She's with him. You're like, and I talk about that. I was like, your wife must be understanding. She must know just about much about football. She was like, oh yeah, she can get out there and recruit too if she wants. But Coach, good luck this week. I'm glad I was able to get you on this season. It's been one great season. So many great coaches. You, Coach Pennington, Coach Stanley Dunbar, Coach Mike Washington doing his thing, Coach McCall. Coach Fort, and the list goes on and on. So many great coaches. Coach B-Ball, Coach Blake Simpson. I can go on and on. We have some great coaches, and it's because of the dedication, like yourself. And big shout out to what you do there. And I'm sure Tolman. I'm sure you'll be Tolman Hall of Fame one day, right?
Well, thank you, man. That would be a great honor, and thank you for you putting on Rhode Island sports and getting the word out there.
I'm trying, Coach. Check out the classical game. Coach Delawrence doing his thing. Good luck this week over there in classical, and if I could be of any help, please feel free to get at me.
All right, Coach. Enjoy your evening, man.
All right, have a good one.
Yep.
Coach Delawrence over there at Tolman. Tolman really turned it on all season. Tolman has been a very tough football program. They found a way to get it done. Like you said, he needed a quarterback. They found a quarterback. The rest history. I wanted to tell Coach Delawrence that I actually have in my bracket, I got Tolman, Westerly Bulldogs in the big game. That is going to be lit. Oh my goodness. Please, if the football gods are listening, that would be great, right? Tolman, Westerly in the playoffs. I mean, in the Super Bowl together. But we'll definitely see what it's going to be, man. Big shout out to Tolman football. The guy comes over from Windsor, Connecticut. He goes, plays at URI in 94, stays there for a couple seasons. And then he told you the story about Coach Cato bringing him into the organization. He leaves, goes to Classical for a couple years, comes back, head coach, never looks back. 4 years in a row. Tolman's in the playoffs. What can be done? But we're going to get back to there we go. We'll get back to Uncle Felix's Rhode Island ranked football's favorite uncle, man. But big shout out to Tolman, man. Eddie Insco would tell me some great Tolman St. Ray's rivalry games. What a great rivalry. I asked Coach about Pawtucket High School, and he said he's hearing a rumor that Pawtucket is going to have one high school. What do you think about that? What do you think about Pawtucket having one high school? Very, very interesting. Don't forget, go over to Rhode Island Ranked and tell Uncle Felix happy birthday. I really can't tell you his age, but guess what? I think it's on his Instagram, and let's see if we can check it out. But we just heard the Week 9 top quarterbacks, and of course, Narragansett, Philip Throw. I hope I said that right. No disrespect. And we all know my guy, Dean Venturoni, doing his thing at LaSalle. I thought Dean was a small kid, but let me tell you, they set me straight. Boy, I got some big feet, some big hands, and that's going to be a great game, man. I hope you all checked out the podcast the other day when I talked about Division III, the Super Bowl being played on a Friday. How do you play a Super Bowl on a Friday? But usually I got Uncle Felix in here kind of helping me out along the way while I pull up all this stuff in the background. My schedule has been crazy. So much going on. But give me 1 second. Here we go. Rhode Island football. Okay, so we're going to get on with this. Let's get back into Rhode Island ranked. So there's our quarterbacks. Let's see what else Uncle Felix has up in here. Here we go. Big happy birthday. Today I reflect on the last 45 years. Birthdays are meant for joy and love. I'm thankful for those who have made me smile, made me laugh, and made me think. I'm also thankful for those that made me frown and made me cry and made me hurt. As they say, if it weren't for the rainy days, then the sunny days wouldn't be so special. Today, I pause and reflect, stop and smell the roses, but for a little bit. But tomorrow awaits and the journey continues. May God bless all the well wishes, and may He have mercy on my haters. Salute to Uncle Felix, man. So go on Rhode Island Ranked page and wish Uncle Felix a very happy birthday. He couldn't get away from his mother-in-law. She invited him to dinner, and he said, I cannot tell her no. But we're going to check out Week 9 top running backs from Rhode Island Ranked, and you can get over to Rhode Island Ranked. And, of course, Tolman on the list, Elijah Osei, Pilgrim Patriots, Danny Hallowell, Bishop Hendricken, Oscar Way Jr., a lot of great players in Rhode Island. Them are all respectable names to make the top 3 list. Uncle Felix does these every week. Important thing is, if you have stats coaches, get Uncle Felix your stats. These are stat-driven stats. These are based on stats. If you upload the Max Prep, that also helps. But Tolman going to be doing that thing. He looked like Nelly, huh? Tell me he didn't look like Nelly. I'll show you. The kid from Tolman definitely looked like Nelly right there. Shout out to Nelly. Shout out to Elijah doing his thing. Um, like I was talking about Division III earlier, their Super Bowl on a Friday. Who has a Super Bowl on a Friday? Well, let me know what you think about that. We're going to jump more into Uncle Felix's Rhode Island ranked right now. I think as far as predictions, I'm going to see if I can reach out to Uncle Felix tomorrow morning, actually, and see if we could do the predictions then, because I like having Uncle Felix involved in the predictions. And I don't know if Uncle Felix did the top defensive backs. It don't look like it looks like he has quarterbacks, top wide receivers, top running backs. I don't think he had time to do the top defensive backs. But we're going to get into the top wide receivers, and Bulldogs. Luke Molly been on this list quite a couple times. Here's a kid that gets a lot of separation. We are no surprise. Marquis Buchanan is another player that's on the list. Zach Bianco, Narragansett. So look, you got Wesley, right? Who's been airing it out. 1,000 yards rushing, over 1,000 yards receiving all season long. Classical. The Marquis Buchanan show over there. And I know some people find that disrespectful. But what is up with that? A lot of people see Marquis Buchanan and the kid's a hell of a football player. Ain't really anything you can say about the kid. Definitely one of the best football players in Rhode Island. Some people argue with me. They'll say Moses Muse. You do hear Moses Muse a lot. But how about Lance Williams, Luke Molly, getting the job done in Westerly? What I think Coach Dunbar has been able to do with that team, with that staff. And shout out to Stanley Dunbar, St. Ray's alumni. A lot of people don't know this. But do you know this is the third time St. Ray's and Westerly is going to go up against each other this year? The third time these two teams are going to face each other. And definitely join in after the show, after the game. Stanley Dunbar is going to be on the Can We Keep It Real podcast like he is every week, talking his thing. But right now we got a game going on over there. Shea Raiders, Cranston West. Maybe we could tune in. You want to tap in real quick? You're going to have to give me a second to find it, but I'll do that in a minute. But some good games coming up this week. Look, state quarterfinals. Central night. Shout out to Coach Washington doing what he does. Coach Washington doing what Coach Washington is doing this season. Coach Ferraro, another Westerly Bulldog guy, over there with the Broncos. We had Coach Ferraro on a few weeks ago, and he went into the legacy and how he ended up in Burrillville, which was lit. So big shout out to what Coach Ferraro has going on over there. But that's going to be very interesting. Can Central be stopped? Is Burrillville able to stop Central, man? So big shout out to Uncle Felix's top quarterbacks, top wide receivers. I don't think he had the top defensive backs. Maybe Uncle Felix will chime in. And, we always got to say, have a big, happy Veterans Day. Today we celebrate the true Americans, heroes. God bless our veterans, man. Salute to all the veterans, man. We have a couple of veteran coaches. We have Coach Wes Pennington. We have Coach Gary Goodhart, who is actually a veteran, worked on helicopters. And I don't know any. I mean, I'm sure there's other veteran coaches that served. If you know who they are, definitely give them their praise, man. But how about Jalen Dennis doing his thing? 2,083 yards over there at Classical. Hunter Remington, 1,800 yards. Deuce Addison is always up in the list with top quarterbacks. So I'll salute to them quarterbacks doing their thing. We're gonna see how Classical does. Yeah, I don't see. Let's see this connection. What is this? All right, Lance Williams dropping back. Oh, Marcus Hake look at that. Marcus Hake with a nice block right there. Gave a lot of separation going on over there. That's going to be a great, great game. But we're going to check in with Uncle Felix tomorrow, see if he's going to join us. It's his birthday today. We're going to see if we could do his predictions tomorrow. But check out this episode. Go back and watch Coach Delawrence doing his thing over there at Tolman High School. Salute to him. Been around Tolman for a long, long time. Here's a recap of Rhode Island ranked top wide receivers. Luke Molly doing his thing, of course. And then you got to have Classical High School Marquis Buchanan with all the footballs on his helmet. Narragansett, another team that's going to be a threat in Division III. And look, we had a Philadelphia fan today in Coach Delawrence. And, of course, Uncle Felix had to have a Philadelphia-type player up there. But, yeah, definitely tune in for them games tomorrow. Big shout-out to Tolman football coach Delawrence for coming on. Salute to you, a Hall of Famer, definitely. And don't forget, tomorrow after the St. Ray's game, Coach Stanley Dunbar. The people that make this possible, thank you. Voice Sports, really appreciate it. If you're looking to buy a home, give Mark Wright a call. Big supporter of youth football. We support those that support youth sports. Thanks to our sponsor, R&R Elite Recruits. You're looking to get recruited, give R&R and their team over there a call. And go to fansonlysports.com right now. You can check out the podcast on that platform as well. Follow Fans Only Sports on Facebook. Can We Keep It Real podcast page on Facebook and more. But thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to my guy over there, 401 Strength and Fitness. Go check Emerson out. And we might surprise you tomorrow with some predictions with Uncle Felix. I can't do predictions without Uncle Felix. But we had Coach Delawrence on. We looked at the Rhode Island ranked top 3. And we'll see. Maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get back here with Uncle Felix, man. Good luck to everybody. And listen, go check my guy Ruby Tuesday out. My guy Eric doing his thing over there on Instagram. Go follow him out because the Journal funded him to do his own podcast now. They said, hey, the thing's working for the Can We Keep It Real people. Eric, you got to get over there and do your thing. So, salute to Eric. Salute to my guy Eric Rube. Eric Rube doing his thing. My son. But salute to everybody. Good luck to all the teams that are going to be playing this weekend. You look at the running backs right now. Zach Tuck holding it down, 1,407 yards. DeAndre Chase, 925 yards. Cam Pedro, 815 yards. Hunter Mumford, 766 yards. And Jaden Carvalho, 751 yards. The top 5 running backs right now. As far as points, you got Marcus Buchanan, Zach Tuck, Danny Howell, Joey Achado, Jaden Carvalho up in the top of the list. Marcus Buchanan, 140 points, running away with it, as well as 23 touchdowns. Total tackles in the league, Nick Kopp over there at Coventry High School is holding it down over there with 110 tackles. Elijah Nyakun, next closest player to him. But thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. And don't forget to support them high school games tomorrow, man. Big shout out to my guy ARP.
Can We Keep It Real Podcast Network. Shout out to Can We Keep It Real Podcast.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach? Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.